What's up, guys? Death Star again. Got my package from Amazon. It was weird because I ordered this silver off Amazon and it said it was coming in. I was like Sunday night and it said it was coming in on Monday, and then it said undeliverable when Monday hit. It was really weird because it said it shipped out and then it said undeliverable. So I said, okay. So I just bought 10 more and then voila, it literally came in the next day. So I don't know how it becomes undeliverable. You know, they say it's shipped out and they're delivering it, but whatever. Here's the silver that I got last time that I showed you guys. The 4 Morgan dollars. Then the 5 troy ounces of silver. And when I get it off eBay or Amazon, the silver or the gold, the first thing I always do is I check the person I'm buying it from. So make sure you always do that. Make sure they have good reviews, and preferably that it's actually like a bigger company, because you can click on who the seller is and see if it's an actual like business or not. But here's the scissors. So let's cut this open. Let's see what we got here. I think it said it comes with certificates too. I think that's what it said. Yeah, the certificates are in there. I think that's all of them. There should be 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna open this up. I don't like how they did this. That kind of annoys me. Look at that. I don't like that. Probably should get my gloves out, actually. I probably should not be touching any of this with my hands, because I wanted to show you guys. But, oh my gosh, what the heck? Are you for real? Okay, there we go. It does come with a certificate. Okay, in that case. Well, that's who I bought it from. If I can get it out. There we go. So that's what I got, guys. Well, you should be able to just flip it like that. Yeah, it flips. Sweet, it flips. It flips properly. And it has that little dent mark. It said it should be around the 3 o'clock, so that would kind of make sense. I'm going to just open them all, make sure they're all correctly done. Just to make sure. Well, I also got a couple articles I wanted to show you guys too. Because I kind of wanted to talk about, well, this one actually kind of broke a little bit. But I wanted to talk about some of the history of money and gold and silver. Make sure they all flip properly. Yep, it flips. They kind of added that new design the last, I think, 2 or 3 years. Get it to focus right. Just thought it'd be cool to show you guys a couple historical articles and give you guys more of a reason to buy gold and silver other than just an investment, because there's some history to it, and gold and silver is not only just used for jewelry, although that's a big part of it. Because I have some of the charts too and whatnot. Been doing this for about 10 years now, collecting gold and silver. And I can't tell you guys that I regret it, because that would be a lie. It's definitely something that is kind of fun and entertaining, you know. I mean, you could buy stocks and real estate all day. That eventually gets kind of boring. Not only that, but if the system collapses, You know, like what happened with the Soviet Union when the Soviets collapsed. That probably messed up their currency, or what happened before the Soviet Union to the Russian Empire. Because every empire and society has a collapse phase. That's kind of inevitable. But all the landowners that were wealthy in the Russian Empire got screwed on that deal. Same thing happened with the Chinese and the revolution over there. The China Civil War. So this kind of stuff, you know, kind of bypasses potential Civil War type things. That stuff can definitely happen here. People think it can't, but it definitely can happen here. There's definitely enough crazy people in this country to where something like that could easily happen. I don't know, I mean, this does have the certificate on it, but I don't like how they added that stupid tape thing. That's kind of frustrating. I guess I should have checked to see if they're all flipped, you know. I've been checking the little edge there. Should have that little like thing on the edge at 3 o'clock, so I've been checking all those at least. I haven't been making sure they all flip. But that's the way to test if you have fakes or not. You know, without weighing it and things of that nature. Doing a sound check on it or not. That's kind of the fast way. Well, there you go. There's 10 of them. They all have certificates. I have to get a new case for all of them, but here's what 10 of them look like. All right. So let's get to the history side. Now that you guys watched me open that up and check every single one of them. Printed off some papers to show you guys. A couple websites. So this right here is from geology.com. I thought it was kind of a cool website, but it's the many uses of silver. So historically, silver has been used in coins, silverware, and jewelry, obviously. I mean, it'd be a good question to find out what came first, you know, jewelry, silver, or coins. Because I believe the first, when I Googled this, it said the first nation, I guess it'd be a nation state. I'm sure tribes at one point have used silver in history. I mean, I've seen tribes. I'll show you guys here a paper in a bit about tribes that were using giant stones for a form of currency. But it said the Lydian Empire in King Croesus, I think is how you pronounce his name. Croesus, I believe. That's at least how I'm going to pronounce it. King Croesus. The Lydian Empire. They were the first to mint gold and silver coins. But here is the uses of silver on this chart. Now this is from 2013. If I can zoom in on it for you guys. See, it says electrical and electronics, coins and metals, photography. I'm thinking cameras must be made out of silver because silver kind of reflects very well. That's why some mirrors and stuff are made of. It says other, 24%. So there's actually a big industry for silver other than just jewelry and things of that nature. So people who just think it's all, you know, silver porn is what I'm going to call it. That's not true. That there's actually some use to this stuff other than, you know, if you're buying it for the silver content, you want to be buying these rounds. Obviously, this is more of like a numismatic kind of coin. But, you know, for instance, here's some jewelry made out of silver. I don't have any, well, I got a couple chains that are like 14, 18 karat gold, but I don't have any jewelry made out of gold. And then obviously, you know, rings are made out of silver. And then right here is a 1966, see, is that what the date? Yep. Kennedy half dollar. So this is 40% silver, I think 60% copper. but it's still made out of silver, obviously. And then here is, you know, there's even a future for silver. Silver demand and green technology is expected to increase. Seeking Alpha is a pretty good company if you guys are looking for information on investments. But here you go. You can see the statistics according to, this is the source CRU. You can see the 2030 silver is still going to be used, obviously. This is silver demands in million ounces. So almost 140 million ounces produced for automotive, electric, solar panels, nuclear. I guess nuclear energy needs silver. And then here is a brief history of gold that I got from that same website, geology.com. Here is a Egyptian tomb type thing. I don't know how old this one is off the top of my head. You know, I could say it's Tutankhamun's. I don't know whose exactly it is, but when you read it, it says some of this stuff they found is over 5,000 years old. They found in Egypt, and it still is in decent working condition, or at least good enough condition to where they can restore it type thing. Then here is gold being used as obviously a form of currency. You don't have to worry about your gold coins rusting away. That's why coinage was so useful back then. For currency, it's not, you can't really tear it like you can a dollar or paper currency. It doesn't rust away or anything like copper would, or something along the lines of that. Here's some more history of them mining it. Gold rushes in the United States. There's gold nuggets. I don't know if you guys ever seen a gold nugget in real life, but they're pretty cool looking. One of my coin dealers had some gold nuggets, and they were really nice looking. Then here's the uses for gold. Mainly jewelry is what it says. Total bar and coins. So probably like banks and people are buying up that stuff. Official sector purchases. That's probably banks then. That's 12% banks. Electronics. It is used in electronics and other industry. 86 tons. 2%. So mainly gold is used for just storing wealth, but you can see there is a little bit of a market dentistry other than just storing wealth. And here's something I found pretty cool for you guys out there. Google that. I don't know how to pronounce that word. Varna necropolis. I guess that's how you pronounce it off the top of my head. But that is the oldest jewelry obtained from archaeologists. Oldest gold jewelry 4,500 BC. So that'd be over, 6,000 years old. I wonder where they found that at. Let's see if I keep reading the article if it'll say. Near Lake Verna. The burial site in the western industrial zone of Verna. I don't know where Verna is. I'll have to Google that when I get done with this. But yeah, Google that. Varna necropolis. Bulgarian. So, somewhere over there. Somewhere in Europe, I'm guessing. Then here is some... I should have brought some Roman coins up here for you guys to see. But I didn't want to have to dig for them, so I just printed off some papers. But you can tell that silver and gold and other metals have, for a long time, been used in every empire. I tried Googling Genghis Khan money. I'll have to do a better research on that, because that's harder to find. But I did have this laying on my desk, which I thought was pretty cool. This isn't gold or silver, but this is from the Qin dynasty. I think is how you pronounce that. Qin dynasty from China. See, they cut holes in it so they could tie strings around it and carry a lot of them. This was their currency. Then obviously, if you guys like the ancients currencies, this right here is like the gold standard for ancient currency. The tetradrachm. I've heard somebody on YouTube call it a tetradrachm and a tetradrachma. So I don't know. I'm going to call it just a tetradrachm. And then the ones that are just dram, I'm just going to call them drachmas. Because I have like an Alexander coin that's not a tetradrachm, but it just says dram on it, or drachma. However you want to pronounce it, obviously. But I don't have any tetradrachms in my coin collection. Here's all the different kinds of, at least I don't think I do, all the other tetradrachms. There's one from Sparta. That's pretty cool looking. There's some more of them. This is from Wikipedia, so however you guys, Cleopatra. That's pretty cool. So if you guys are super picky about your sources, but I think that certain things on Wikipedia are not necessarily bad. I guess it's fast, you know, quick access to knowledge, so people don't like that. They want you to work more for it, but sometimes that fast, quick knowledge is easier, especially when, you know, people have jobs and stuff, and, you know, work lives and things like that around their house. Now, this is one thing I want you guys to Google. The Yap stone money. Look at that. I always thought that was cool. I guarantee that thing weighed like 2,000, 3,000 pounds. And you got to think, back in the day, that would have been their form of currency. I was reading one thing where one of the stones rolled off into the, I think these are islands near somewhere in near Australia, in that area over there. Somewhere around there. But it rolled off into the sea, or into some sort of body of water over there on that island. And they still, whoever owned it, they still said that person owned it, but it was just in the sea. Because it wasn't like a coin. They couldn't just trade it hands, you know, into your pocket. So what they would do is they would just say, okay, verbally speaking, you own that stone. So even though it's that stone rolled off into the ocean, you still owned that stone. It was just through word of mouth instead of like physically owning it. So probably more trust involved in that, and probably more schemes, different types of schemes and things of that nature were used to scam people back then. But, you know, you're not going to be able to stop scammers. They're always going to be scamming somehow. That's just the way certain people are. But that was kind of a brief history of gold and money and silver. So if any of you guys are wondering, you know, why is silver important, or gold, why does any of that stuff matter? It's not only for the cool looks of it, so you can fleck the light off it, that's kind of cool, but also for the history of it and the industrial use of it. You know, you can find people on YouTube making rings or jewelry of any sorts out of gold and silver. And I've seen people on YouTube take a hex screw and make it into a cool ring type thing. So there's many uses to this stuff other than just, look at this is really cool. A lot more uses to it. But I think this is where I'm going to end my video. I don't like to extend my videos too long. I'm going to keep stacking. Probably keep making these brief history videos. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Hope you all have a wonderful night or day. Bye.